With gas prices rising, people are paying more and more attention to prices at the pump. Here, a regular gallon of gasoline is $3.39, diesel $3.89. But for many, that's hard to swallow.
Joe, you can think of it as white-collar identity theft, and it's done without thieves needing to lift more than a finger. That's because file sharing systems make it so easy for perpetrators to view all sorts of information on your computer. Now, the really scary part is that these aren't computer-savvy hackers you need to be worried about. It's the everyday computer user, people just like you and me. To learn how to keep people from peeking into your personal files or to learn how to shut them out, log on to our website at fox21news.com and click on the File Sharing Dangers tab.
Once again, this ban is just an experiment at this point. Professors think it'll really come in handy during testing weeks. That's, of course, when students should be hitting the books rather than hitting their friends up on Facebook.
Police say they've done all the cleaning that they can do now at this site of the former meth lab. Now it will be up to the owner of this apartment building to decide whether more cleaning should be done here.
City Council thinks this will prevent and bring down crime in downtown, especially at night when people are leaving the bars. The cameras would also work in the daytime when people are just walking downtown and even shopping. There are several mixed opinions about the issue. In fact, several people have gone to Facebook to voice their concerns about being monitored all the time.
There's an estimated 30 million tires here at the Midway Tire Dump in southern El Paso County. It's been a problem for several years, but it looks like there's some light at the end of the tunnel.
More than 100 D11 school bus drivers do this every day, part of your neighborhood rolling watch to keep your kids safe.
They're just as willing to risk their lives as the Olney Springs volunteers did. Full-time firefighters emphasize that not having the names of fallen volunteers on the wall at the Springs Memorial does not show a lack of appreciation or respect for the job that volunteers do, especially given that volunteers do their job without getting paid for it. However, the names of fallen volunteers do appear not only in Maryland, but also at the State Fallen Memorial in Lakewood.
The suspect heard the taser go off. He leveled a shotgun at the officers. Officer Mann had to make the split-second decision to rush at the suspect to disable him before the shot would go off.
All of these vehicles parked outside what used to be the Southern Colorado National Bank in Pueblo on Saturday do not belong to concerned customers. Instead, they belong to the 50-member federal team of regulators who are transitioning this bank to its new owner, Legacy Bank.
Important information to keep in mind the next time you get in a car, especially when you consider the upcoming holiday season inevitably means more accidents.
But here at KRDO, we're not just all about TV. We also have a radio station, KRDO News Radio, 105.5 FM and 1240 AM. At these channels, you can get your latest news, weather, traffic, and sports. So whether you're in your car or at home, we have you covered with all the news.
The best way to gain self-confidence and trust? Why not rappel down a boulder? Every sixth grader in Whitefield District 3 gets the chance.
Joe, drivers coming from all directions heading towards Austin Bluffs and Union are used to seeing brake lights, but they may not be used to seeing them this late. That's because construction crews have begun shutting down parts of Union Boulevard and reduce traffic on Austin Bluffs down to one lane. That's all so they can complete the bridge's foundation.
Well, we spoke to Ted Haggard this afternoon, and he told us that if the crowd does get too large, he'll just move the prayer meeting over to a barn, which is situated right next to his house. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, Lori Cipriano, News Channel 13.
Now, if there is a big blizzard, Katak says he can ask City Council for more money. That would be a supplemental appropriation, something the Streets Division had to get back in 2007. Reporting live, Patty Moon, News Channel 13.
Now, Sky Sox officials tell us when he was transported to the hospital last night, he did know his name, did know where he was, and somewhat what had happened. Now, right now, the explosion is being considered just an accident, but in the meantime, major changes will be made as to how and when fireworks are used during the game.